Hey, welcome back to another day with Steve O and Dreadlocks. All right, this client that I have here, her texture hair is different. It's fine, it's straight, it's wavy, and it's got a little bit of curl. The curl pattern is loose. So, as you can see right through here, I don't twist with a comb, and the reason why I don't twist with a comb is because every time if I go in and I try to break these little bitty hair pieces that you see, what that's going to do is weaken her fabric of her hair out because her hair is already fine. So I don't want to go in with a comb and mess it up. So I want to get a point. And so every time I break her hair, what happens is you take this section that's this wide and it becomes in and grows in, and then she becomes like really, really scabby. So one of the things that I look for when I'm doing dreadlocks, and I think it's so important, I always say on my things, I started out as a bootlegger, so there's no daggers or anything like that. But nothing goes farther than really understanding how the hair works and the science of the hair and the hair follicle. So I'm looking at her hair and I'm doing what I can to manipulate her hair to get her hair to lock. So when I see this hair right here, it's fine. So I take the hair and I'm looking at the scalp and I'm trying to marry together. I don't use a lot of product. I just use a little bit of dab, and I'm working for this part to marry into the lock. Sometimes with fine, straight, wavy hair, you do have to manipulate the hair a little bit to see what the hair needs. But you're gonna always kind of have like some wiriness and some frizziness because it's fine hair. The hair is growing inside of the lock chamber, and it's also going on growing down the lock chamber. So by the hair being fine and straight, and the hair is gonna do what the hair is gonna do. So you'll still have some of that even once you get like a mat of the hair. So on some people's hair, if the hair is curly on the ends, you'll still have where the hair will present itself on the end and it would be curly. Early on these ones in here when she first came in, which is not on the video, on her front of her hairline, her hair is really extremely straight. So I have to manipulate that hair a little bit. So what I kind of do is a light way. I'm not a big fan of interlocking, but I do know the skill because I was certified to do sister locks. And I understand how to manipulate it without having to stretch the hair so it's not breaking. So I do a little bit of that to manipulate it, but it takes time when you start doing, fine and straight textures of hair. It's not gonna just happen overnight. Our hair has to go through the stages a lot. And even thinking about people calling me about instant locks. Yeah, you mat it up, I'm putting needles on her head and close out the ends, and then it just, as soon as you wash it, it expands and it busts back out because hair is always doing what? Moving, shedding, and it's growing. So it's gonna always do that. And hair grows just like a plant, just like a vine. So I just want to turn this around so you can see the back of this and see her texture. So it just takes time. We've been on this journey now, I want to say about maybe 6 months or less, or maybe a little bit more. It hasn't been a year, but her locks are forming, and and you just have to nurture it and take time. And when I do locks, what I do is I look at each lock and I see what that lock needs, and then I nurture that lock because we all have different textures of our hair. Because some of her texture back here is a little bit more dense and a little bit more curly. But when you get up in this area, it's more straight and wavy. And then some of it's not even wavy, some of it's just straight. But it's not uncommon for any of us to have different hair textures. It just goes along with the game. All right? So thank you for joining in with Steve O with Locks. We appreciate you. Have a great day. Do something to help somebody and be compassionate when it comes to other people. Don't take things so personally. Sometimes people are having a bad day like you do, so just give everybody grace and just keep going and do your part. All right? Take care. Have a blessed day.